So talking about ingredient costs, there are all kinds of vanillas in the world. I'm going to tell you the very best company out there is going to be Lockheed, who was very gracious enough to sponsor a sample for every one of you here. And if you flew in, they definitely can make it back on through TSA just fine. There are different brands. Lockheed is a very good company. They have really pioneered the vanilla world. And they've educate so much, and they do very well. You know, they have like Madagascar over there. They have a lot of plants and stuff like that. And actually it comes from an orchid. It's a fruit. There are hundreds of different variations of orchid, and only one makes a vanilla, which is what we use all today. I'm going to tell you, if you are using vanillas, to have both. The reason is if you're making vanilla ice cream, make it with the best vanilla you can. People are eating vanilla ice cream to eat a vanilla, you know, and this is where Lockheed comes in play. If you are needing it as just a booster, like in your cookies and cream and your cinnamon gelato and your whatever, then this is when the Dancy, I would say, is probably going to be your better bet, because you don't want to drop money on the good stuff to put a splash in just to boost a flavor or put some notes in the background. But vanilla, Lockheed vanillas are really, really good flavor, and I know you're going to just come at me with something.
No, not at you. Everyone's entitled to an opinion, but I'll give mine.
Okay. In the meantime, we could pass this around. You guys already have sampled it, so you don't have to open it. This is not a Madagascar. This is a flavor 103A, but they do have Madagascar. I've tried their most expensive vanilla, and I'm going to go back to that one every single time. I feel like the Madagascar one is just my preference. Again, you're the chef, so it's your ice cream. Darren from Lockheed, he's a great guy. His contact info is on all of your bottles, so if you want to reach him, you know, he can go over the vanillas with you. He takes time and educates. Vanilla is a big deal. It is a big deal into the industry and the world, you know. But what's your question? Yes? Did you have a specific? Oh, you, yes.
So I heard you mention the 103A was Steve's one.
Yes.
What's so special about the 103A?
It's nothing special. It was just Steve's favorite flavor. So then Darren just put a kick on it and just called it Steve's Blend. But there's nothing extra special that's different or whatever just because it says Steve. It's not 100% all natural. It does have other flavorings in it. And they cold press their vanilla versus a heat press, which is a big deal into the industry too. Any other questions?
Back when I started this,
You're gonna make.
Give her permission.
I was waiting till she turned blue.
Wouldn't it be yellow?
Yeah. Back when I discovered all this stuff, again, I didn't know anything. I bought a machine and I had it put in my kitchen, and I didn't know what to put in it. So through trial and error, I came up with a lot of good recipes. And I knew that we needed vanilla. My wife's a baker, and I knew that I needed vanilla. So I went to where I always go. My number one source for everything is eBay. I went on eBay and I looked up vanilla. And I found a whole host of people selling this stuff. It's called Dancy, D-A-N-N-C-Y. So I gave it, it comes in clear or dark, so I gave it a shot.
So they can pass it too, so they can smell the difference.
So I gave it a shot, and I found that I liked it. Now, as I said, my wife's a baker. She had never heard of this or used it. So I looked at her vanillas, and they were good. They smelled good. You can't really taste vanilla out of a bottle or a teaspoon. It doesn't taste like it does when you bake or cook with it. But I smelled it, and it smelled okay. And all the vanillas that I subsequently tried were similar. Now, Darren makes an unbelievable vanilla, this one that you have here, which I can't believe he gives out, but it's known in the industry as the best. Emery Thompson, known in the industry as the best machine. Lockheed Vanilla, known as the best vanilla. Just like everything else, though, it's all personal. It's all what you think will make you the best product. Well, when I first came across this and I smelled it, I ordered a 1 liter bottle. And when I smelled it, I took a quick aside because it didn't smell like any other vanilla. And you done with that or what?
They,
Pass it around. It didn't smell like any other vanilla. I saw your reaction when you smelled it. It's very floral. It's a very floral vanilla.
They got a lot of the floral vanillas have Tahitian, the Tahitian seed. When I'm dealing with cookies, they got the Tahitian and the Madagascar and the Tahitian. We got that floral. I was wondering when you look at this.
Well, it is floral. It's all mixed. You don't have to shake it.
Oh, no, I wanted it on the outside.
But it's different. Now, it's not for everybody. Some of the people who've taken my class this is true, it happens often. They order a case on eBay, and then I get an email, give me your address, I'll send this to you. Because they don't like it. And that's fine. I like it. Interesting story. Now, 15 years ago, I discovered Dancy Vanilla, and Brian, yesterday, alerted me to the fact that now, see, I'm not so stupid, because now Dancy Vanilla is available in Walmart. Walmart, first time. So that tells me something. It tells me that I'm right. That's all.
Did you notice a difference between the clear and that, or have you not?
I don't like the clear. I don't know. Vanilla's always been dark to me, so I order the dark. I'm sure it's the same, but I like the dark. Speaking of which, we're going to make another ice cream now. A little history.
I'm going to rinse behind you. Do you want me to turn my mic off?
When I first went up and down those aisles looking for things that would make a good ice cream, of course I saw M&Ms and I saw Snickers and Payday, all the candies. And it dawned on me that the lesser quality ice creams, or the more expensive ice creams, however you want to put it, are basically, or mostly, vanilla ice cream with pieces of candy in it. M&Ms. If you go and order M&M ice cream, it'll be basically a vanilla ice cream with M&Ms in it. Pieces of Snicker bars in it. Pieces of Payday in it, Kit Kat, whatever. And I thought about this, and I thought, well, to get the real flavor into the ice cream, I didn't care what my ice cream looked like. It meant nothing to me. Most of my ice creams are beige, because I don't care. I don't use any colorings or flavorings or anything. But getting back to the candy ice creams, I thought, how can I get all the flavor, let's say Snickers bar, how can I get that flavor into ice cream? Certainly chopping it up and putting it into the ice cream as it's in the machine, that's not going to do it. When you get a bite, it'll do it, but otherwise it's vanilla ice cream. So I thought, it's part chemistry, part mathematics. The more sides of something, of a food item, the more flavor you'll get from it. Makes sense, right? If you have one big block of Snickers bar, you're only going to get flavor that comes off of these four sides. So what I did was I took the Snickers bars and I cut them into bite-sized pieces and I froze them the night before. And then the next morning, I put them in the Ninja. You know what a Ninja is, right? You have to get one. I mean, that's the first thing you'll buy, speaking of equipment, but it's only $70. I put it in the Ninja and I ground it down to powder because it was frozen. So I put it in the Ninja, ground it out, and it became Snickers powder. Well, Snickers powder, my God, if you could buy that, it would be great. And I did think about selling the stuff, but so I have now Snickers powder. Now, when you add Snickers powder to the mix, it's like chocolate syrup in there, you're getting chocolate milk. And that's what I had, Snickers ice cream. Well, after it worked with Snickers, now understand, I didn't care if people got an experience of a piece of Snickers in the, I wanted the flavor of Snickers in my ice cream. The flavor, because we know how good Snickers is, #1 candy in the world. And if I can make ice cream that mirrors the taste of Snickers, whew. So I did it. At that time, I was making, you know what Milky Way candy bars are? Oh, yeah. Well, Milky Way candy bars, when I first started, I would go on the stove and melt them down. I would simmer them for a long time and get liquid Milky Ways. And I would use that in the ice cream, and it was terrific. But once I discovered the Snickers secret, there was no stopping. I did it with M&Ms. I did it with Snickers. I did it with my favorite candy bar, Payday. I did it with Kit Kat. I did it with all Baby Ruth. Whoa. All the ice creams from my candy bars that I love were now perfect. I didn't care if there were pieces of whatever in the ice cream. I wanted the flavor. One of the ones I did was Butterfinger. Butterfinger's a heavy-duty ice cream. It's very good. So today we're going to make Butterfinger ice cream. Last night I bought Butterfingers, not Schmutterfingers, Butterfingers, the real deal. And it cost me $27 for a box. I guess it's 4 pounds, maybe 30 of these or whatever. And last night I took them out of the wrapper and I broke them into small pieces. And I have Butterfingers. Now we're going to take the Butterfingers and we'll put them in the Ninja. It's going to make a lot of noise. And they're just Butterfingers. That's all there are. Butterfingers.
You probably just saw me start first off. I do that whenever I ran the little dibbles out of the machine. Doesn't have anything in there. It's just my preference. Some comes out, keeps coming out. And the little trick isn't what I do. I make ice cream. I call it my trash pan. And I just keep a universal pan up here. So whenever I'm changing flavors, moving a container or whatever, I just put it back under there, and by the end of the day, it's nasty looking with 30 different flavors of ice cream, but you're not constantly re-washing a tub or dirty 30 more when it's not necessary.
You can hear when they're pretty much done. Butterfinger powder.
It's like a toddler. I'm sure Jeff went over this, but I'll teach you something that you'll never forget how to properly hold a bladder. That's a different story. No. So if you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, always choke with your left, and you're going to grab with your right, okay? So when you go to pour it, it's an easy pour for you. As long as you keep this choked and you pop this off, as long as you
can
keep
hear
this,
when it's done, right? When it's
as long as you keep this choked here like so and you pop the cap off, nothing's going to come squirting out at you. Don't try to grab it from this side. Don't try to grab it underneath. But choke with your left, grab with your right, and pour. You'll never make a mistake.
pretty cool, huh? And it works with everything. We even made cinnamon toast crunch, you know, the cereal, just like this. Because all you want is that flavor. Now what you can also do is, if you care about what the ice cream looks like, you can also, this one, Butterfinger, peanut butter, right? Butterfinger? Peanut butter and like a honeycomb crunch. Is this on? So what you could do is you could take the ice cream and maybe run a swirl of peanut butter through it if you want. And I do that on some flavors. I make a great peanut butter and jelly ice cream. Peanut butter ice cream with jelly swirl going through it. It's in your card file.
So if the peanut butter is too thick, how do you get it into a consistency that's good to put into the ice cream?
Want to hear a story about this? First of all, we're only going to make a half a batch of this. So it'll be 5 quarts of mix. We'll make a half batch. Now, here's a 25-cent tip. All right? Ready for a tip? When you're measuring, even with a measuring cup, most people, everybody, will do this and pour like that so that they can see it going up. Well, for 25 cents, I'll give you a tip. All you do is turn it around. Instead of the gradations facing you where you have to do this, just do this, and then you can see where it's going. Tough crowd. So, I want to tell you, you know. So 5 quarts, half a bladder. Anybody want to try that? No, you don't want to try this. Okay, 5 quarts. See, I can see it right now. Bingo. And that'll be for our last flavor, a holiday flavor. All right, who wants to help? Okay, come on up. Dennis. Take your jewelry off. Leave it with the housekeeper here. Here, put this on, wash your hands. Where's the Dancy? What, are you going to take it home? Where are you from?
New York.
Where?
New York City.
Where?
Well, I live in the Hudson Valley now. I retired and moved to the Hudson Valley.
Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. I'm in New Paltz. So I just bought a farm there. So I
New Paltz, I went, when you ride a horse? Dude Ranch. I went to a
yes,
dude
I
ranch.
have 2 horses.
My formula for vanilla is 1 ounce per 1 quart of mix, which is aggressive. When I first brought that idea here, I was shunned. Can't use that much. But it works. Works for me anyway.
Are you looking for the intensity of the vanilla to come through and the flavor?
No, you know, I'm confused about vanilla. If you taste it, it's too much. I would say it's an enhancer, right? An enhancer. If you leave it out, you're not going to die. If you put too much in, it's going to ruin your ice cream. So there has to be that happy medium. What are you doing? You ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay, let's get you a scoop. See, they leave the scoops in there. They don't wash them. What do they know? Here, have a scoop. Okay, put the scoop down. You think you can handle This?
I think so.
Okay. There's no think so here. Okay, pour it in. It's all we have, so don't. No hurry. Tilt. Tilt. Hey, huh? Okay, good. Good man. All right, I'll add the vanilla. 5 ounces, right?
Yes.
And now, what we'll do is close the top and turn it on. Homemade. Start. He did that without any help. Okay?
But I could have get help. It was there if I needed.
Yes, I know. Now, get your scoop and the Butterfinger and add it in. Oh no, hang on. Let's see how much we need. Here I was just running amok. Butterfinger. I don't know. I guess this will do. Here. It says 3 pounds. Well, you want to weigh it first? On the money. All right.
Did you mix that in with the dairy mix first to avoid the powder cake?
No, you won't have to because it's powder. And the machine is the best mixer you got. The machine is better than my mixer. With all these, can you let your imagination go now and think of all the different things you could make into powder and flavor your ice cream? There's no limit. I mean, Famous Amos cookies. Imagine you could take his great recipe and make ice cream, and it'll taste just like it. Anything,
Could you do the same with Italian ice?
of course.
Okay.
Anything you can think of. You ready for this one? How about this? In New York, we grew up, well, in Philly, really, pretzels. They're called hard pretzels, and soft pretzels. And they sell them on the corner. They're in like this 3-thing shape. What happened? The police will be here any minute. But you could take anything. Now, Christy mentioned her cinnamon rolls. Well, I have a flavor of ice cream, Cinnabon. And how did I make it? Okay, come on, how do you make it?
You got Cinnabons and,
Ice cream.
yeah, you got the Cinnabons and you.
You freeze them, you cut them into pieces, you freeze them, pulverize them into powder,
And then you put it
and then put it in there.
And you
And
put
you're,
that into a vanilla base, is that
What?
correct? You put it into a vanilla, the Cinnabon,
what do you mean?
Your ice cream.
your ice cream base,
The mix?
yes.
Yeah,
Was just vanilla,
yeah.
okay.
And I mean, you could glamorize it. You can add extra cinnamon or extra frosting for some sweetness. But if you just do it this way, your ice cream will be Cinnabon ice cream. And can you call it Cinnabon ice cream? Oh yeah, you can. Well, what are you making it from? Now, if you use Walmart cinnamon buns and call it Cinnabon ice cream, no. But if you're using, give you an example. Oh, sorry, this might be it. No, it's my potential spam. I lost my train of thought. Help me.
Cinnabon ice cream. Walmart brand ice cream, you can't call it Cinnabon.
If you're not using the real thing, you can't use it.
Gone. Hit it. Get 2 spoons. Oh, yeah. It's Butterfingers. It's Butterfingers. So you can do it with anything. Anything. Anybody else like Butterfingers? See, I forgot. It was right there.
Gentleman behind me, he was asking about copyright infringement. You don't have to worry
Oh,
about copyright.
that's where I was going. Hang on. In my stores, if I'm making Snickers ice cream, and I make it the same way, I take Snickers, cut them up into bite size, freeze them, put them in the Ninja. On my menu board, I cut out the Snickers, the big boxes, I cut out the word Snickers, their logo, and that's on my board. So there you go. And can they get you? No. It's Snickers, that's what I make it with, Snickers.
And it's
M&Ms.
not- And it's not infringement.
Of course not.
It's not
And-
because you're using their heat.
They're-
You're using their advertising.
And their
Yeah, yeah.
You're not making
And I had on my board, I had on the board and still do of all times, you'll always find Snickers on the board because obviously, you know, it's the #1 candy in the world. So why not put it on the board, it's Snickers. Sometimes people will come up and they say, what's in that?
Hey, I just stepped out
I'm
of
serious, they do, what's in that? And that's what I do,
No,
I
you
laugh
didn't
at them and I say, next. You're gonna help with the extraction, right?
No,
Okay.
no, no, I'm already out. What's the question?
We need somebody else when it comes time to help with the extraction or extrusion. I'll never understand that. Extraction, extrusion. Pretty close, huh? So who's going to help with that? You helped already.
Good question. It can actually pull on 30 amp.
Don't be a helping
Let me
hog.
pass you over to Slade. He'll
Anybody
answer
else?
that better.
Nope. Okay.
Slade, this is Blake, one of the distributors.
The timing down there, Mark.
Timing for what? How long
We
it
don't use
takes?
timers. How do you know when?
You keep checking it.
Okay.
You'll notice you keep doing this. You keep looking. Look at it now. You see it's not ready yet, right?
Just start with the kind of part.
Okay,
Let's talk.
I have to go back out.
For your Butterfinger, you said sometimes you will put a ribbon of
Peanut butter?
peanut butter to it. How do you add the ribbon? Do you,
You haven't watched many videos, have you?
no, I wanted to.
She
come-
has.
but
You've seen it, right?
No, I wanted to come and hear it from you and then watch the videos to remind me. I figured I might as well get it from the horse's mouth.
Calling me a horse?
But I love horses, that's what I do, so,
all winter watching the video.
well,
It's on many videos.
okay. I mean, I will do that, I just wanted to come and.
It's
see
a
it
unique
first.
method I have to do it. It's
Okay.
not what the industry does. That's another thing. When I started, I was faced with an avalanche of opposition called the industry. The industry which promoted dipping cabinets. You know what dipping cabinets are? You go into Baskin Robbins and there's a glass thing and they lift it up and all the ice creams are laid out in 3-gallon tubs. I mean, that's a stupid idea. It's a ridiculously stupid idea to use those. You shouldn't use them. You know why, because I've told you on the videos 100 times why not to do that. Doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I believe that.
Well, you got some watching to do.
Well, no, but I really wanted to come and, I started to watch and I thought, no, I'm gonna come because, and then I will sit and
Okay.
remind myself. I learn better that way, in other words.
Okay.
I see-
But I was faced
how'd you
with an
think?
industry that told you about blast freezers, and it told you about dipping cabinets. It told you
Oh,
about
yeah. Well, there's good
3-gallon
reports on it you
tubs
can
for
take
the
home.
ice cream. And you know what drove all that stuff? Money, of course, of course. The dipping cabinet people are selling dipping cabinets. They make absolutely no sense to use them. They are actually, on the other side, they're bad for your ice cream.
Right, that's,
3-gallon tubs are bad for your ice cream. You want ice crystals in your ice cream? You want people tasting ice cream? No, of course you don't. So all these things I was fighting because, and I got contacted all the time by the industry people who said, you can't say that, you can't blah, blah, blah. But it's just the truth. That's why when she asked about opening up on a limited amount of money, you don't need all this stuff. You know how much a dipping cabinet costs with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? I don't think it's ready yet, is it? Oh yeah. Let it go a second. You know how much it costs for all that stuff? A dipping cabinet? A dipping cabinet will cost you $6,000 and ruin your ice cream. And whenever you go into Baskin-Robbins and there's kids working behind there, do they clean up the area between all the, no. So it looks like junk. Do they scrape down the sides? No, no, because they don't care. Okay, here we go. Take it away. Problems. Okay, stand on this side and you hand me the tubs like you did. See if I learned my lesson here. Look how everybody's working. That's great. Backhand.
The only thing I would say about this is Jeff will disagree with me, but this is a peanut butter. There are a lot of allergens out there. Anything with nuts, peanut butter, of that sort, always make it your very, very last batch of the day. You don't want to cross-contaminate or anything of that sort. That way you know for a fact your machine is clean, everything is sanitary, and you're not going to hurt someone. I would still put like a sign up in your store, something that says possible cross-contamination, nut facility, something.
Last one.
Well, coconut's the only nut that's a nut-free, so
Let's go, let's go.
you really can't be allergic to coconut because it's not a nut. Mm-mm. Like peanut,
afraid
that's a
to give 'em some
legume.
ice
That's
cream.
why people are allergic to peanuts, but not hazelnuts or almonds.
How about we do it
Like my
this way?
daughter's
Watch.
allergic to
Take a big
walnuts.
thing and let
And
it go in.
cross-contamination has happened.
All
She
right,
doesn't.
then
She's
you don't
not
have to keep
anaphylactic.
tapping
She
and
just
everything.
looks like a snapping turtle. It swells up. Her mouth gets all puffy. Yeah.
Okay, try that.
Yeah. I think coconut's like the only exception out there that's like, it's like gluten. It's not an allergy. It's an intolerance.